In 2nd and 10. Wilson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check right 54. One time. Drop deep.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down now, it's White. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
It's 3rd and 1.
You're going to see me in your nightmares, son. You're going to see me in your nightmares. Listen.
From the shotgun, Wilson. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. It's complete. James White. And he's got some space here. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Mike 54. Go 14. You ain't got nothing. Watch out.
Now Wilson on first down. Being chased out left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Wilson now off the bootleg, rolling to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Alert.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
So much of the game today We're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Here we go.
They'll run for it. This is White. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. This is Coleman with a grab.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there was a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
36 power. We got double up.
Wilson now throwing again, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about.
Line 90. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Go. Check. Kill. Match box.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Bang.
Play action. Now Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
From the gun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. 56 yards. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
Let's go!
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Watch that end. Tight end's right.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Nelson Aguilar with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Garoppolo. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Coleman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. This one complete to Coleman. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait till the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the...
The guy's man complete! And they Nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got.
Now Wilson operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Wilson. Completes it to Aguilar. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 10.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
At the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Now it's Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Sheldon Richardson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Here we go.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
When we talk about players blitzing all the time, I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 22, Wilson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Nick Bosa make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well. So now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Super team. 56 at the mic. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
From the shotgun, Wilson looks for White, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. This is White on the screen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go,
From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a throw from outside the pocket, complete out left. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Garoppolo now. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The third down run gets him nothing.
They dialed up the blitz on third down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Wilson now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's first and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That'll go down as a loss of 8, and it'll be a second and long. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
21.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On third down, here's Coleman. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Here's Coleman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Here we go. 11.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. It's complete to Williams. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The Niners on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Gold is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. By kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Check 3. Let's go.
First down, here's White. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here comes Pettis on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing now is Garoppolo. High throw, but he makes the catch. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, 49ers.
Here we go.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Garoppolo on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
They're going to need some therapy after this. 21.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
12, fellas, here we go.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook. Up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
I got you.
They'll run it with Coleman. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 25, 25.
To throw on second and 6. Wilson. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. On first down, it's White. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Good job right there. Good job right there.
Throwing now is Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line. The pass. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game. And at the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11. 57
to throw is Garoppolo. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Second and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Green 80. 54 Mike. Bring it.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, it's just their 3rd win on the campaign as they move to 3-11 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.